Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new video. This time, we'll be back to the Avatar Destiny, because a new team has been made with Cream Puff and a new magic candy. But this video will be split into two parts, a part with a more intensive and higher topping requirement team, but if you can't run that, I will have a second part with a lower requirement team that's also a bit easier to time, so feel free to time jump to that using the timestamp if needed. And quick credit to Kai from the Hollyberry server in the Creamery Guild, because he's the one that showed me the first strategy, which is a lot better than the second one in my opinion, even though it's a bit harder to pull off. I will link his original run in the description. So let's go right ahead into the first team. Both of them are the same team, but they just use slightly different toppings. So right away, for Macron will be the same in both teams. She'll be using at least 24% cooldown and try to get her attack and crit subs up if you are able to. Now, for Squid Ink, they will be using 4 attack and 1 cooldown piece, which is very important because you need that cooldown to break the pillars in time. You will be needing at least 11.5 cooldown and definitely at least 7.5% attack speed, which is quite a bit intensive, and that's why I split the part into 2. If you are still able to, try to get attack and crits up if possible, and of course they will need their magic candy. Now for Cherry Blossom, very straightforward, you just go full attack and get at least 7% cooldown. Try to get attack subs and crit subs if you are able to. Now for Rai, she will also be running full attack, and I definitely recommend a level 20 candy at the very least for her. For her you want a lot of attack and crit subs. Cooldown and attack speed is actually not required. I happen to have it on this set, but it's not a requirement at all. Just focus as much on attack and crit if you can. And now, for a new member, Cream Puff. She'll be using full crits, but you have to keep in mind that you do need a level 10 candy for her. If you do not have a level 10 candy for her, this will not work, because with level 10, she will give crit damage to everyone else. Level 20 or 30 is not as important, because the cap of the crit damage always stays the same. So level 10 should definitely suffice, but higher is obviously better. Anyway, she will be using a full crit with at least 7% cooldown. A lot of people are using higher cooldown, like 9%, but if you are, as long as you are above 7%, you're good to go. And of course, try to focus her crit subs and attack subs as well, just like everyone else in the team, because treasure you'll be using is the Folk, which gives a lot of bonus based on their attack subs, and of course Scroll and Clock as always. So let's get right into the run. Hi, voiceover Yubi here. I will be voicing over the important parts, but a lot of the parts are actually pretty self-explanatory. So, on we go! Okay, so I have to make sure we cast right before the orbs will hit her. And then, we will have this time skip in a very specific way. So 3 pillars will drop down, and when the third one drops down, then we will cast Squid. You have to cast them before the 4th one drops down, otherwise you don't destroy all the pillars in time. That's very important. So 1, 2, 3, and then we cast Squid. Now we don't cast right away. We're gonna wait until Macron has 1 second on the cooldown timer, because then it will align better with her buff and with Squid itself. We'll be doing the same that we did with the first pillars with Squids. So 1, 2, 3. And if you have enough cooldown, it should align just right, so if you spam Squid Skull, it will go off right exactly when the third pillar has dropped. And that's it for this one. I find this strategy to be about a little bit better than the other one. Gives you a few million increase, but it is, of course, a lot harder to pull off. So let's go to the next one. Now for the slightly altered toppings that are a bit easier to run. It's very much the same. Macron will also be running full cooldown with attack sub and crit sub. Then Squid Ink. Yes, you do need a candy, and they will be needing attack subs and crit subs again. but you want at least 3% cooldown or 6% attack speed. Either one of them works, it's up to you whichever one you want to use. Then, Cherry Blossom, again, full attack, same set as the other one. You want focus attack subs and crit subs if you're able to, I wasn't able to, and you want at least 7% cooldown. Then, for Rai, who I do recommend having a level 20 candy for, even if this is the lower end strategy unfortunately, she will also be needing a lot of attack and crit subs, but you definitely want at least 3% cooldown on her, because otherwise one of the casts might be really close and it's better to not risk that. Then, Cream Puff, which do keep in mind, she will need a level 10 candy, otherwise this does not work. She needs a level 10 candy for the crit damage buff. Level 20 or 30 does not matter as much, because the crit damage is always capped at 25%. But she will be using a full crit set with at least 7% cooldown. Of course, do try to focus on crit percent and attack percent if you can, especially crit percent if your candy is lower level, because it's easier to get crits if you have a higher level candy. Then, for the treasures, same as the other team, it will be Scroll, Fork and Clock. I have seen people use Sides in this timing instead, but I feel like Fork is still a lot better. So, let's get right into the run. So here you're gonna make sure that you're using the Lion Squid skill right before the balls hit them, which is about 57 on the clock. And after you use Path from Cherry Blossom skill, we don't use Squid right away. We wait until the first pillar is destroyed, then use the Squid. And we don't cast Rai until you see Squid pop out of the ground. So here, just like the other timing, we will delay Squid until after the third pillar drops so that they hit all the pillars with the skill. So, 1, 2, 3, and then you cast Squid. And that's it for the second timing. This is a bit easy to pull off and you still get quite good damage, it just falls a few million behind the other one, but you don't have to deal with Squid skill being difficult and all. And that's it for this video. If you enjoyed this or if it was helpful, feel free to subscribe or maybe like the video. If you want any other video to be made, then just leave it in the comments and I'll make sure to look at it. So now I'm just gonna go right ahead to the labs and relics to show, and that'll be it for me. Goodbye! Actually, that was a lie. Quick thanks to my guildmate Conrad for letting me use his account to test this because my puff candy sucks. Conrad, if you're looking this far, your Cherry Blossom build sucks. I'm not sorry, but thank you.